Good morning, everybody, and welcome back to Blue Jay Acres. So today, a little bit different. Charles just ran and picked up all of our pork. He left early this morning, so I'm gonna lay all this out. We're gonna go through it and see what all we got, and we'll show you guys what a whole pig looks like this time around. And I'm gonna share with you what we're eating today, but it's gonna be very simple, but there are some just basic things that I need to make today. Also, some of you wanted to see what I bought as far as dairy goes, so I'm gonna share that with you. And I need to make like some lemonade and some iced tea and some mayonnaise and brown sugar, just that kind of stuff. So it's gonna be more just kind of a tinkering day in the kitchen because we're gonna mostly eat on that pork for lunch and dinner that we had last night, which was really good, and we're just gonna turn it into something new for these meals. But I'm gonna go help him. He's trying to weigh stuff. I'm gonna go help him get this laid out, and then I'm gonna show you guys breakfast first, what we already had, and then I'll share with you what this pig looks like. All right, so today's breakfast is just some homemade bread, toasted with some good butter, fried eggs, and grapes, and some scrambled eggs. And that's it, that's what we're having. So also, real quick, I wanted to share with you, I did our pig a little different this time around. I wanted everything just into ground pork, no hams, because we have hams already in the freezer, and I didn't have them turn anything into sausage. I want to do my own sausage. I did ask for the fat so that we could render some lard, make sure that that's still in here. I also did have them not cure the bacon, and we're gonna try it uncured. And I think that's everything. So it's you're not gonna see big hams or anything like that. It's like I said, we still had 2 hams from our pig before that we got 6 months ago, and we had a ham from the store and some already packaged up hams from the store. So a ham was just not something I need, but just plain ground pork is very versatile. So here's what we got. Okay, so you guys, this is everything that we got for our pig. So over here, this is the ground pork. And like I said, I didn't have them do any seasonings at all. And actually, they charge extra to do that. So I didn't even know I was saving money by doing that. So all of this right here, we have 77 1-pound packages of just ground pork. Then over here, we have these big shoulder roasts. And we have 14 of those. And they just look wonderful. So I'm very happy with it. I got 2 loin roasts, 2 little ribs, because I wanted bone-in pork chops. So here are all the pork chops. We got 20 pork chops altogether, packages. And there's 2 per package. So we got 40 pork chops altogether. And it goes on back there too. And then we did get the fat so that I can render some lard. We got the neck bones for making bone broth and soups. And then we have the uncured bacon. And we have 16 packages of bacon. And that looks great as well. So that's it. That's what we got. Like I said, I wanted everything pretty much ground up, other than I wanted to make sure we had the roast and the chops and of course bacon. So that is our one whole pig. Altogether it was 225 pounds. So that should last us for quite a while. Okay, so this is our dairy for the week. We've already gone through part of this. I am on a waiting list to join a milk share until our cows come, or our cow has a baby and comes into milk, but I'm on a waiting list. So this is the best I could get, the closest to raw milk. It's less processed, whole milk, A2A2, cream rises to the top kind of milk. So that's the milk I'm using for right now. And then I got some Amish Country butter, just hand rolled salted butter. There's nothing in here but pasteurized cream and salt. So that's it for my dairy. Okay, so the first thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna make some mayonnaise because I wanna make a slaw to go with the pork So I'm gonna just slice some of our homemade bread, toast it, add some barbecue sauce to some of the pork that we had last night, and then a little bit of slaw, and make like an open face kind of barbecue pork sandwich. Okay, so the first thing you need to make mayonnaise, it's very simple, is you just need a tall kind of cylinder shape, and then we're gonna use an immersion blender to make this. I'm gonna start with 1 egg. 1 cup of avocado oil. You could use a very light tasting olive oil. You could use vegetable oil if you wanted, or canola oil. You don't want it to have a strong taste or flavor. So we're gonna add that. I'm gonna add a teaspoon of white vinegar, about 1/4 teaspoon of salt, about 1/4 teaspoon, just a tiny bit of mustard, and then we're gonna do about 1/2 tablespoon, or a little bit less than 2 teaspoons of lemon juice. That's it. Then we're gonna take our immersion blender, and I wanna get the egg yolk under my blender. So once that's under my blender like that, I'm gonna leave it down at the bottom and just start making it go. When you see everything coming up white and it's starting to make mayonnaise, then you start to tilt it and lift it a little bit. I just kind of go up and down to get it good and blended. And that's it. Mayonnaise is done. It really happens so fast. And this tastes so much better than any other kind of mayonnaise. You can add a little miso if you wanted to add make it like a miso mayonnaise. That's good too. But here you can see, that's it. I mean, it is just as mayonnaise. And it's perfect. And it just goes into the fridge just like that. But we're gonna use it to make up some slaw real quick. Okay, so for the slaw, I'm just gonna keep it super simple. I'm just gonna grate some carrot and chop up some cabbage. Okay, I'm just gonna put that in here. I love getting cabbage as one of my veggies from the store. It's not gonna work. I love getting cabbage as one of my veggies from the store because they last a long time, and you can do a lot of variety with it, and definitely something that I want to try to grow. I didn't have much luck with it last year. I'm hoping if I get it in the ground then the next week that I'll be able to have a successful cabbage crop this year. So I'm just going to cut this fine to make this super fast little slaw. Okay, and then to that, I'm just gonna add some of this mayonnaise that I just made up. A little more vinegar. and a little bit of sugar. I'm going to add just a little salt and pepper. And then give it a quick taste. And then this is ready to go for lunch. And now the mayonnaise. I'm going to put this in the fridge and just store it in the fridge. So lunch today, again, keeping it crazy simple today for all the cooking. I'm just taking this pork from last night. It was the Hawaiian pineapple pork, which is going to go great with some barbecue sauce. I'm just using this barbecue sauce that I already had open in my fridge. And then I'm just going to heat this on the microwave. Just really, really simple. I'm going to add a little water to this. And shake it up. Okay, I'm going to put this in the microwave and then I'm going to toast some homemade bread and lunch will be ready. Okay, I've shown this before, but this is my favorite way to cut homemade bread because you can get it as thin as you want, as thick as you want. This is really the only thing I use this for, slicing the homemade bread. Now I'm going to make a couple of pieces a little thicker for the open face sandwich. Okay, so next I'm going to make the lemonade and the tea. I'm going to start by making the syrup for the lemonade. So in this I'm going to add some water. I'm going to add 1 cup of water. I'm going to bring this to a boil. And to that I'm going to add 1 cup of sugar. And this will be the syrup. So we're just going to let this come to a boil so that can get all incorporated really good into there. Next I'm going to take the 2 lemons. That's all I have is 2. So I'm going to add some bottled lemon juice to this as well. And hopefully we still have that good homemade lemon taste. I'm going to juice the 2 lemons. And I almost got lunch ready. What I'm gonna want is a cup of lemon juice. So that's the lemon, the fresh lemon. And then I'm gonna add the bottled lemon juice. Okay, now I'm just gonna strain this. And then if you see here, our syrup, it's all melted in there nice and good. I'm gonna add some ice to cool this down. Now this is cooled down enough that I can pour it into my pitcher here. And then I'm gonna fill the rest of this with cold water from the fridge.
Well, somebody tasting it.
All right, so then just stir this, and that is the lemonade. Okay, so now I'm gonna make the barbecue sandwiches. So I'm just gonna take the heated pork with the barbecue sauce on it, and I'm just gonna do the open face. Now Charles will not eat his with coleslaw. That's so wrong, but he won't. The kids will just make theirs when they're ready. Nobody was really hungry yet but me and Charles. So girls will just make their stuff when they want it. Now where I come from, this is how you make a barbecue sandwich. And we're gonna have some cucumbers with that. Charles is ready. He missed breakfast this morning. He was out picking up the pork, so he is ready. All right, so Charles is gonna taste test for you.
I'm very hungry.
Turn out good?
Mm-hmm.
All right, we're gonna go eat lunch. Okay, so here are the boxes that I got this week. I'll get it all out and we'll look at it. I got some raspberries, potatoes, onions, peppers, apples and oranges. That's like the thing right now. Some lettuce. See, in this one I got blueberries, I got a lemon, more apples and oranges, and this one I got carrots down here. So I'm just gonna separate all this and I'll show you what $20 looks like in the produce this week. All right, so here it is all laid out. Here is the $20 worth of produce for this week. So like I said, there's carrots, a big bag of carrots. There is 2 packages of this organic romaine. I got 4 peppers, 2 red, 2 green, I got 3 lemons, a container of blueberries, container of raspberries, quite a few onions, I got 4 apples, 5 pears, a bunch of oranges and clementines, and some potatoes. So I don't think that that is bad at all for 20 bucks. Okay, so next on the list is I'm gonna make up some vanilla. I've had these beans forever, and I finally just grabbed some vodka when I was out so that I could make the vanilla and get it started. I had just ordered these off Amazon, and I'm just gonna take the vanilla beans and I'm gonna add a slit right down the middle, but not all the way to the bottoms, because I don't want it to go all the way cut in half. So I'm going to do that with each one of these. That helps just release the vanilla flavor. And then you can use vodka, you could use rum, you can use whiskey, you can use whatever you want. Traditional vanilla, everything I've read said it's just vodka. So that's what I went with. And then it says basically if you want to change out your vanilla, add new beans each year, that keeps it fresh. But otherwise, just when you pour some in a little container, you just refill it with some vodka or whatever alcohol you're using, and then you let it just continue to sit. And this should sit for at least a couple months. It's best after it, you know, sits longer and longer it sits. Some say even a year is best. But we're going to go on and let it sit for a few months. and then I'll start using it. So all I'm gonna do is take my jar, and that's it. That's all there is. And then we're gonna top it all the way with vodka. I'm gonna add just a little bit more. Top it all the way off. And that's it. This goes and sits. Give it a little shake if you want, but this just will go sit for a couple months down in my basement in the dark. I'm still recording. Okay, finally, what I need to make, well, I still need to make the sweet tea. I'm gonna make some brown sugar. So, you guys, it's so easy. Those of you who wanted me to show you, it's just you take some regular sugar and blackstrap molasses. I'm using unsulfured. Then I like to use a fork for this, and I don't measure. I just drizzle some on the top. If you want a richer, dark brown sugar, you just add more molasses. If you want a lighter brown sugar, you add less. And that's it. I think a fork works best. And you just kind of work it in there. And it will turn into brown sugar. This will be a very light brown sugar, so I am going to add a little bit more because I like mine to be darker, which I really like. And then, of course, if you want to just get them with your fingers too. Molasses, just because I like it stronger. And that's the only difference between a light brown sugar at the store and a dark brown sugar is the amount of molasses that's in it. And then if you look at the bottom, you might see like some little bits of white sugar. Just make sure you get it all around. Stir it in. And now I'll just put a scoop in here and I'll close this up. And I have my brown sugar is ready whenever I want it. All right, next is sweet tea. So I'm just gonna bring some water to a boil. Okay, so now the water's boiling, I'm gonna turn that off. I'm adding 5 tea bags. I'm gonna add one cup of sugar because I'm making sweet tea. And to help with the bitterness and tea, add a pinch of baking soda. And now I'm going to stir this and I'm going to let this just seep for about 6 minutes. And then I'll add some ice to cool it off and we'll pour it into our pitcher and fill the rest of the pitcher with water and we're good to go. So it's 350 at 355 or 356, we'll take it off. Okay, so now it is 56. I'm gonna take these out. And then I'm gonna add a little ice just to help this cool a little faster. And once that melts, I'll add that to my pitcher and we'll fill the pitcher with the rest of the way with water. All right, so here is the sweet tea. Perfect, perfect sweet tea. All right, now for dinner. You guys, I'm keeping dinner super simple. a super simple fried rice with the leftovers. Let me zoom you guys in a little bit so you can see what's happening. And I am just going to start with oil in the pan. And we're going to just saute up some cabbage. That's what I've got cut up. That's what I'm putting in today is cabbage and carrots. Okay, so now I'm just going to add this cabbage and carrots. I'm going to saute these for a few minutes. Hopefully I got a big enough pan going here. I always say that because I always have my rice overflow. We'll turn the heat down a little. And some salt. Also going to add some of our frozen green onions. Pretty soon we'll have fresh green onions. Almost onion planting time. I think we're planning on doing that next weekend. I'm just going to cover that to help that just kind of steam and get a little bit soft, the carrots. I'm also going to go on and add the pork in here so that'll heat up good. This was just pineapple, Hawaiian pineapple pork. They made in the slow cooker yesterday. You can check that video out if you want to see how we made that. And then I'm going to add 6 eggs. Kind of scramble those right there in the middle. As always, when I make fried rice, I probably need a bigger pan. Then I'm going to start adding all this rice. I really packed it in there last night. Then I have dark soy sauce. That's what I have open right now. I'm going to add soy sauce to this. I think dark soy sauce is just a richer tasting soy sauce. I really do enjoy it. I believe I just got it on Amazon. And I'm going to add some sesame oil to this as well. so here is the fried pork, fried rice, and Charles is gonna be your taste tester. All right, let's see what he thinks.
Me thinks it's very hot. Oh, it's very hot. We've never had it like that before. That's interesting. It's good. I mean, it tastes great.
You love fried rice?
I do love fried rice.
The dark soy sauce makes it a little darker though too, versus the normal soy sauce, but it gives it like a richer flavor.
I think it's a great way to use it.
All right. All right, guys, that's gonna wrap it up for tonight. We'll see you guys tomorrow for another full day of what we're eating here in Blue Jay Acres. I hope all of you guys have a great day or night, wherever you are. Bye, everybody.